Hey buddy, so basically in today's GFG POTD we have a problem, modify the array. So basically it is an easy level of problem, and as a problem given here, given an array R, we turn the modified array in such a way that if the current and the next number are valid number and are equal, then we have to double the current number's value and replace the next value with 0. Okay, so basically this is the first condition here. After the modification, rearrange the array such that all zeros are shifted to the end. So basically in the given problem here, question basically given some conditions to solve this problem. Like first condition is that we have to solve this problem in such a way that if the current and the next numbers are valid number and are equal, then we have to make the double of the current number value. And the second condition is that we have to also replace the number with 0. Okay, and then after that we have to also modify the number in such a way that the array such that all the zeros are shifted to the end. Okay, so here note is given, assume 0 is the invalid number and all numbers are as a valid number. The sequence of the valid number is present in the same order. So let's try to understand this problem first. So here in the example first, here we have an array whose elements is like 2, 2, 0, 4, 0, 8, and as the problem suggests that we have to check it for the first number and the second number. If both are the valid number and are also equal, then we have to make the current number double. Okay, like if we say here, then this 2 and 2 are equal, so here we have to make first number twice, that means 4, and the next number as 0. Okay, then we have to move further and check for the another number. Let's try to understand this problem on the whiteboard in a very better way. So we have to take this number on a whiteboard, so 220408. So yeah, this is the basically array, and this is example 1 here. So let's understand this problem, what the problem actually says. So basically we have to traverse, first of all we have to traverse the array, and we need to check whether the first number is like equal to the next number or not. Like if you're talking about here while traversing in the array, if we say here, let's say if this is the I value and this is basically equal to the next value, that means I plus 1 value, then we have to make twice, that means we have to make this number twice, and the next number which is like equal to the first number, we have to make it as 0. Okay, now after doing this operation, what we actually getting, we are getting like this value, like here we can say that 4, then 0, and now once we move again on this number, we actually getting 0 here, so it is not equal, so here we have to again get same value, that means 0, and then after that we actually getting a 4, again we actually getting 4, which are like not equal to the any next values. Okay, here again if you are traversing, we actually not getting any equal values, so here again it will return 0, and at the last it will return 8, so it will return 8. So after performing this operation, first operations, we actually getting this array, but our output is not this thing. Here we have to also modifying the array in such a way that the numbers are actually appears first, then after that all the zeros appear at the end. As the problem like the second condition actually says here, that means here we have to like after the modification rearrange the array such that all the zeros are shifted to the end. So this is the basically the second condition which we have to perform. So for performing the second condition, what we have to do here, we have to like here first of all what we can do here we have to like swapping the numbers. That means let's say if I'm saying initially I is value assigning here, and we have to also like assigning 2 pointers, like if I'm saying j is also appearing at this position, and first of all we have to check that whether the first element is like less than second element or not. If it is like that, then we need to swap it. Okay, like here 4 is given here, so we have created a new array, that means 4. Okay, so here we get 4, and then again 0, and again when okay, so here I will be there and we have to move j. So once we like reach there, we actually getting this values. Okay, so when I increment this value, j is actually appears at this time, so here we have to make 4 here. And again at the last, if we are actually traversing here and if we match the condition I is less than j, we are actually getting a 8, and remaining all the elements or all the values are appearing at the last, so we get here 0 0 0 at the last, and we get our final output. So this is the required output which we have to take. So let's put this problem. First of all, we have to define the size of an array, let's say n, and we have defined int n is equal to array dot size. First of all, we have to take the size of an array, and then after that we have to traverse inside the array. For int I is equal to 0, I is less than, we have to traverse actually we have to traverse till this position, that means n minus 1 position, because if we actually traversing complete array, we know that there is no any element after that element, so here we have to traverse only for this element, so that we can also access this last element also. So I n minus 1 and then I plus plus. Then after that, what we have to do here, we have to check the condition, like if array of I is equal to array of I plus 2, that means the second element. If my first element is like equal to the second element, then we have to like make a double, as the problem says here. We have to double the current number value and replace the next number with 0. So we have to make double number of the current value. So here we have to say that 2 array of I is multiplied by is equal to 2. Okay, like that we can do this thing. And we have to make array of I plus 1 as 0 and we have to make rest of all the elements, we have to increment through at the end position. Once we like traverse this array, we actually getting this particular array which is like not actually modified. So now this is the time we have to modify. Now we have to modify the array. Okay, so let's modify this array. So first of all, what we have to do, here I am declaring him with I am declaring I and initialize it with 0, and then again after that, here we have to again traverse. So here I am, let's say if I am assuming that j into j is equal to 0 and j is less than n, here you have to traverse for n position and then j plus plus, and after that here we have to check that which of the elements is like let's say if I'm saying if I is less than j, as I've defined it in the question, if I is like less than j, and here we have to say that an array of I is not equal to 0, and array of I is not equal to 0, then we have to do what, here we have to make I plus plus. That means if array of I is, let's suppose if my I is actually at this position and j is on this position, and if array of I is not actually equal to 0, then we need to increment I. That means here we actually getting 4, but when the I actually appears at this position, we actually getting 0, so we have to move forward until we got a value which is like greater than 0. So here we again get 4, so we have to take this value here. Okay, so here we have to do this thing. Now again here we have to check the condition, like if I is less than j, then what we have to do, we need to swap the number. We need to swap array of I with array of j. That means here we need to swap like 0 value with the numbers which is greater than 0, or like value number. Okay, that means J here. And at the last we need to we need to return the array, whatever the array we are actually getting, we need to return it. So my compilation is run. Let's try to run this code. So it's submitted. So yeah, that's all for the today. Thanks for watching.